Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very, very, very special edition of Affiliate Nerd Out. That's what she said edition. I'm Kristen Evans. Dustin House has asked me to step in to host this. He had a cancellation, and this is something that we've been noodling on for a bit. I am the founder and CEO of Spark Partnerships, which is a incubatorial agency that helps small brands launch and grow into the affiliate space, focusing on empowerment and education to help them make the best decisions so that they can grow and eventually break up with me. Today, I am joined by not only an amazing affiliate marketer and content creator, but one of my best friends, Jessica Bishop. Jess, it's so nice to have you, and so exciting that we finally, after 10 years, get to actually sit down and have a chat like this.
Yeah, we get to nerd out in public instead of just, in our many different technology platforms that we communicate through these days. So
No,
I'm super excited to be here.
platforms. I love that meme. I think you and I have circulated amongst each other a couple times. Like, you're good friends when you're speaking on like 8 different platforms and sending each other memes and 7 different types of ways of communicating. And that's absolutely us between Slack, Instagram, TikTok, email, text, and WhatsApp. I think.
Did you say Slack too? I don't know if you did.
But then there's a couple of Slack workspaces, right? Like it's
Yeah.
so much. But we have a relationship that spans 10 years this year. Happy anniversary, bestie. But let's talk about that. How did we first meet, Jess? And how has that kind of, where are you? Who are you? All of that.
Oh, well, where should I start? I guess I'll start by introducing myself a little bit more. I'm Jessica Bishop. I run a site called The Budget Savvy Bride, and these days it's more than just a website. It's a full planning resource to help couples save time, money, and stress when they're planning their weddings. We have tons of amazing resources, some of them from our affiliate partners, including free printables, downloadable tools and checklists, real weddings that you can browse by budget, and all sorts of helpful things to help couples just get an idea of what they're doing, how much it's going to cost, and just navigate the process with more ease. So we also have a podcast called the Bouquet Toss podcast, which will be coming back in January. We're very excited about that. And I also have a best-selling book on Amazon called The Budget Savvy Wedding Planner and Organizer. So that's the short version of me tooting my own horn for a second.
Love it. So wedding is super interesting because that's how you and I got started in friendship and this whole kind of affiliate marketing journey together. In 2013, we both found ourselves at Share a Sale Think Tank in Denver. I was the accounts manager for a now defunct blog called The Broadcast Bride, and Jessica showed up as the founder, editor, amazing brain behind The Budget Savvy Bride. And while we would technically be considered competitors, we actually built kind of a friendship, friendly competition situationship out of this. And I think that it's grown into a lot now that I'm on the agency and management side and you're on the content side, because I think that we really keep each other kind of fresh and on our toes a little bit. But yeah, I'd love to hear kind of how your affiliate marketing journey with Budget Savvy Bride started and what that has looked like for your brand relationships over the last 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a journey, as you know. But so when I started the Budget Savvy Bride, it was very much a personal blog, almost like a diary of my own wedding planning journey. And very quickly, I realized sort of a niche that I was filling in the wedding space. And so it grew really organically to a point where I had, friends and family and colleagues telling me like, this is a business. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just like doing something I really love and sharing information and helping people. I can get paid doing this. And so for a while, a lot of that involved working with brands directly and doing sponsored content. And when I first learned about affiliate marketing, I really was kind of hesitant to get started in it because I'm like, oh, like if someone randomly buys something, I'll make like $1. Like, is that really worth my time investing in it? But as I started doing that a little more and peppering things in over time, I realized how much it could grow, especially with, your certain articles ranking really well and reaching a wider audience. I was able to, grow that channel. And at the time in in 2013, I had the opportunity to attend, share a sale think tank in Denver, which is probably one of my favorite think tanks I've ever been to. It holds a special place in my heart, not just because it was the first one, but it was just an epic experience. And I learned so much during that time. And of course, met Kristen, who's one of my besties. So yeah, and now here I am. It's been over 15 years since I started the site, and it's obviously grown, like I said, far beyond a blog. And affiliate has outpaced all of our other revenue streams, including, sponsored content, including, display advertising. And, I would love to get to a point where I can just do affiliate, organic, authentic recommendations over saying like, oh, I'm not going to write about this until we're paid for it, right? So I just find it such a more authentic way of sharing things that we genuinely recommend and authentically want to introduce to our readers. And it's been really, really effective. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I love affiliate marketing. We just realized, I don't know why this happens on my camera, but it's like the best thing ever. I'm a magician, you guys.
It brings us so much joy, and we're like, who knows how many times we'll do that. Be prepared.
It'll be a few. I apologize in advance, except I don't, because it's fun.
So it goes. Yeah, I think one of the really fascinating things kind of in your journey and what was happening with myself as well at the Broke Ass Bride is that, we didn't see a lot of other bloggers really leaning into affiliate marketing. But now within the last 5-7 years, and you and I have both watched this, we've now seen these major media partners leaning into affiliate marketing. And so it's been a really huge shift of, kind of speaking to that fear of like, oh, it's, I don't know, that sounds kind of weird to like now, like all in, going for it, like stage diving. Yeah. And, as we've seen that progression and as we've seen more and more publishers enter the space, how has that impacted you, and how has that kind of impacted the way that you're approaching some of your affiliate relationships, kind of knowing that that it is a much more competitive space?
It's definitely a more competitive landscape these days. And, now that major media outlets are competing for the same keywords, it can be a little bit stressful trying to keep up, especially with a small team. We are a small business at the end of the day. So it's definitely a roller coaster, but that is the world of online business, I feel like, at this point in time. But it's also opened me up to realize how much more those like more personal recommendations can really factor in. And so we're really trying to lean in heavily into adding that personal experience with things and prioritizing other forms of content beyond just written. And so that's going to be a big focus for us in 2024 is more video, audio, all of that. So very multimedia focused heading into the future when it comes to affiliate and just publishing in general.
I love that. Love that. Let's switch gears just for a moment and talk about a couple of the challenges that we've seen in the space. I know that you and I both talk about FTC guidelines with frequency, and that's always been something that you and I have been very ardent in following and adhering to. When I was creating content, now as I'm managing accounts, that's something I want to make sure that my affiliate partners are following, adhering to the guidelines. And I know that you've always been very regimented about following those guidelines as well. There are not as many, rule followers in this space as you and I. We've recently had less of a hiccup, more of a volcanic rush. No, it's not even that big, but like a big speed bump that has kind of highlighted something that a lot of people in the industry have been talking about recently, and that is the quality of network applications. Now we've heard this, recently on like PMA webinars, et cetera, about how there has been issues with spammy applications coming through and a lack of quality assurance. But you've actually been a victim of this. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that and how that's impacted you?
Yeah, I have to use my fun camera effect for this, like thumbs down for that experience. Sorry, y'all. I can't help myself. Yeah, so I actually did have an issue that happened around this time last year, actually. I was contacted by a member of staff from a affiliate platform or network. They reached out basically to question me about why I was sending fraudulent traffic to some of the merchants on their platform. And I, being like the biggest rule follower, like I'm an Enneagram 1, if you know anything about that, like integrity is like so important to me. I was taken aback and so shocked and immediately went into panic mode saying like, what do you mean? Like explain, can I get more info? And ultimately what I ended up discovering through much back and forth with the network was that another affiliate publisher application had been submitted on their platform and was accepted onto the platform, who had used a version of an email address that was like the budgetsavvybride.info or something. And like, maybe that's bad for me for not buying every single iteration of the domain. Maybe I should. But they did not do, in my opinion, enough due diligence in reviewing that affiliate's application. You know, they listed that budgetsavvybride.info as an email address. They listed my website as the primary, traffic source for that. And to me, it seems wild that, the platform would allow two separate accounts to be created for the same web property, and that there was no sort of checks and balances or due diligence of like, I don't know, installing a script on the website to prove that you own it, and you are the webmaster for that. And so, ultimately, I found out that this person who had been impersonating me in some way, shape, or form, the platform had no way to report to me. Maybe they had it internally, but they didn't pass it along to me where that traffic was actually coming from. But this fraudulent person, generated several $1,000s worth of commissions under that sort of like false profile. And that was very upsetting to me because I hold like my brand's reputation and integrity like so sacred. And so it was a really disappointing situation. And it's something that I feel really passionate about as a publisher, as an affiliate, of trying to see what we can do as an industry to combat these sorts of things from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's it's a huge issue, on the account management side. That's definitely something that I see on a regular basis, and it's not specific to any single one network. It is pretty industry wide. But the fact that, we see names as big as, one major media platform, I feel like if I saw Budget Savvy Bride come through, I'd be like, yeah, obviously not, because you and I would have had a conversation leading up to it. But, if it's happening at the major media level, how small, like how nano is it getting? And how, there are new affiliate managers out there who don't recognize, that you need to do these extra levels of due diligence while you're vetting applications, and that's something that I think we as an industry need to do a better job of educating on. But we do need to hold networks accountable for these too, because they're the ones who are really kind of the gateway to being able to form these relationships and form these partnerships. And if we're starting out on a fraudulent level, that continues the stigmatization of this industry. And that's something that we've all been fighting so hard against for so long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One thing I would also say is like, I feel like for you as an affiliate program manager, like that onus really, I feel like, should be on the platform, on the network end, to do that due diligence before those fraudulent applications can even make it to your desk or to your email inbox. So that's just my little soapbox.
Well, and I know this is something, you're pretty actively involved in the Performance Marketing Association. That's something that we're all kind of working on.
I'm on the compliance council because, like I said, rule follower.
So what do you have coming up, Jess? I know that you have some cool things that are coming up. Oh, dear sir and madam. Yeah, the way that we know that every single affiliate account is not addressed directly is the dear sir and madam. Anyway, yeah, Jessica, what do you have coming up? I think that you have some exciting things on the horizon with your little media empire. So share.
We definitely do. Like I mentioned, the Bouquet Toss podcast is coming back in January. We're very, very excited about that. And as well, we have just recently launched our own vendor directory, which is something that our audience has been asking us for I can't even tell you how long. The fact that it's taken us 15 years to actually get it done. It didn't take us that long to build it. It maybe took like a year and a half, maybe two. But we bootstrapped it, built it ourselves, and launched it this week. And we're excited to get it out there. Honestly, it's a great platform for couples to find prospective vendors to provide the service and products for their wedding day, and it's also an affordable advertising platform for those local service providers. So we're excited to have this kind of new offering in the space and a new way to serve not just our couples, but also wedding vendors for the first time as well.
Shocking maybe no one, but I've seen the back end of it. I've gotten a couple sneak peeks of it, and I'm so excited about this, Jessica. Not just because I've watched you build it and I've watched you kind of iterate this, but because I've watched you iterate like everything that you've done with the Budget Savvy Bride and with the KTOS, and this directory is going to be so amazing from not only the perspective of vendors who get to use it, but just the capabilities that it has in really connecting couples who like planning a wedding is not easy, y'all. And I think that that is something that's severely underrated is, people get engaged and then it's like, what do we do? And the majority of time they're getting input from like so many different channels, so many different people so many people have opinions on a wedding. And so being able to have a resource, not only where you can get educated on like, how do you even start planning this thing? But one where you can get connected with vendors who are going to be part of that super personalized day, that super personalized experience, being connected with them and being able to build that relationship with them. Because it all kind of comes back to relationships. I mean, whether you're in affiliate marketing or whether you're working in weddings, you want somebody who you trust and who is credible to be working with you in that kind of huge moment in your life. So excited about this directory, Jessica. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. If you're a wedding vendor out there, holler at it, because it's right now is a great time to get in before it blows up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and for anybody who might happen to watch this, you can find it at directory.thebudgetsavvybride.com/join, I think is where like the actual registration page is. So we're really excited about it, excited to get it out there. And future plans, maybe hopefully early 2024, we want to launch a referral program for it as well. So bringing that affiliate side, like rising tide lifts all, share the success, let's grow together. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. Maybe like sort of like democratizing like the wedding industry and like getting, sharing the love, because it's an industry all built around love. So I'm super excited about that. And I have to do this again because
So, Dustin has a question. As a merchant reaching out, what is the best subject title and start of an email to get your attention? That is a great question. Certainly as program managers, it's not easy doing outreach all the time. And sometimes it can, just getting that foot in the door is a lot. And certainly on the publishing side, you get so much inbox overwhelm, so much.
So many emails.
So yeah, can you share a couple of, tips and best practices to really help kind of capture your attention and be able to move forward in those conversations?
That is a great question. I don't know that I've ever particularly paid like close attention to email subject titles, but I do think like actually addressing me by my name or referencing our website and why you think our website is a good fit for your particular merchant or client that you're representing is always a great thing. Obviously, relevancy is so important when it comes to promoting affiliate offers. And so, occasionally I'll get stuff that's just completely not related in any form. And I can find a way to relate a lot of things to the wedding planning process. There's registry, home stuff, there's travel for honeymoons, everything involved in the wedding day, from flowers, dresses, rings, whatever, gifts, right? But sometimes it's just way off the wall. And I'm like, why do you think this is relevant? So relevance is definitely key, outlining why you think it's relevant. And yeah, I think I can't say, I think maybe like having something in the subject line that's like new affiliate program invitation or something like that makes it stand out would probably be my best advice. Because we do get a lot of emails that aren't just invitations, but also updates from all of our current partners. And so our inbox for our affiliate stuff is completely, I've got Gmail filters on labels on folders, and it still feels unmanageable at times. At this point, I think we have close to 500 different programs that we work in, which sounds insane, but we have a very good system. So, but the email thing is a lot.
Yeah, no, that's super true. And one of the things that you've implemented, and I hope you don't mind that I share this, but I think that it's really helpful, is that you have a form where partners can just submit information to you. And as somebody who works with you with frequency, that's so great for me because as my team and I are able to build like a regular cadence of, oh, we know that this promo is coming out, we're able to just submit that information to you. And, that to me is really helpful. I love that. And as somebody who has seen your systems, like this chaos gremlin loves the mastermind behind it. It's so helpful.
Giving mastermind.
It's giving
Yes.
mastermind.
I'm a big fan of building those systems, like the forms. We have a whole database and ClickUp we use to manage our like project management stuff. And that is the only thing that keeps my head on somewhat straight. So when our merchant partners take advantage of those things that we provide them, we appreciate it so much because it really helps our workflow, especially working with like a very small part-time team.
Yeah, it helps kind of keep you nimble, some of those automations. So actually, while we're talking about automations, because I feel like you're always kind of on the fore of this, let's talk your tech stack. What's that look like these days?
Oh my gosh, I could literally nerd out about this forever. Yeah, ClickUp has been a huge game changer for us. We use it for everything in our business, from the content calendar, the editorial production calendar, to managing all the affiliate relationships, to our podcast production process. And it's beautiful that it can connect everything. It's almost like too powerful in some ways. I feel like I've gone a little bit like too far, and we had to like rein it back in a little bit. But I'm a huge, huge fan. It's been so great, especially for collaboration. Even outside of our team, we can invite people to see certain things. So obsessed with ClickUp, truly. We also still use like Airtable for certain things. I'm trying to think, like we have social scheduling tools that we use like later. There's a great Instagram story tool that I feel like people still don't really know a lot about, called Storito. It is the only thing I've ever found that lets you auto publish your stories to Instagram. I don't know if that's possible anywhere else. I've been using Storito for years. I feel like people don't know about it. I should probably be promoting that as an affiliate, to be honest. But
Yes, let me know if they need an affiliate manager.
yeah, I will. It's a great platform, and it's really helped us to schedule and pre-batch things, which is so great when we're working with such a small, lean team, like I said.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh my gosh, Canva, hands down. I went to school for graphic design, y'all. Like I got a BFA in graphic design, and 99.9% of the time, I'm going to use Canva over any of my Adobe suite, even though I pay for both.
It's so great. I mean, it's so great. And it's like, it's accessible for, chumps like me. And it's, like, it's amazing. I love Canva.
And Taylor Swift's merch team, apparently.
So easy. Taylor Nation can do it. Oh, we love her girl, our girl. We just don't love the merch. Yeah, Canva is number one. What are you using to track kind of affiliate numbers?
Oh my gosh, yes, this is so important. So I use a platform called Affiliate, which was built by an incredible gal named Monica. Oh gosh, her last name I'm drawing a blank, but she's amazing. Affiliate is an amazing platform. It syncs everything. Dustin's putting his Canva affiliate link on.
We set this up for him. I hope
you get that coin,
dude.
But yeah, so Affiliate is this incredible platform that it can aggregate all the data from all of our different affiliate platforms that we're a part of. So ShareASale, AWIN, Impact, CJ, all of them, like they're all in there. And so it pulls everything into one place. It gives us really actionable data because we can see on a page level, like which pages are driving the most of our affiliate sales, what the click-through rates are. We can see when content is rising or falling in the ranks or in revenue. So it gives us like really easy eyes on what kind of needs to be tackled for updates or optimizations. And it's just a great way to do reporting because you can get that kind of like overall view all in one place. I'm such a big fan. I've been using it now for probably a year and a half, and it has changed so much for us for the affiliate management side of things.
I love that. I love that. And data really helps tell the story, and helps you make the best decisions about your business and about like kind of your content roadmap going forward. So I love that anything that can support you in that. Um, what are you doing for conferences next year? Do you have any idea?
That's a great question. I'm still like I'm looking at my flights for Vegas. I really want to come to ASW. I've been on the I guess advisory board for many years, and so I always love going to that event just because it's such a huge event with so many people, so many connections to be made, new and rekindling with old friends in the industry. So I really love attending Affiliate Summit. I'm not sure yet what other affiliate specific events I'm going to be going to next year. This year, I went to PI Live for the first time, which was also very great. I enjoyed that in Miami very much. And then I also this year, and I might try to go depending on the dates for next year, because my partner and I spend the summers in the UK because he's British. So this year we went to an event called Affiliate Gathering in the UK in York. And yeah, it was really cool. It was very intimate and it was cool to be around a bunch of Brits. And there was actually people from all over the place who were there. So that was a really cool experience. Yeah, a London boy, exactly. So it was cool to experience my first affiliate event on the other side of the pond. So that was really cool. But yeah, so far, I'm thinking Affiliate Summit. And then on the wedding side of things, I'm hoping to go back to Wedding MBA, which I just attended last week in Las Vegas. So.
Yeah, you had a good time there. It looked like so much fun. I saw, of course, I'm still friends with a number of people who are in the wedding industry. And so I get to kind of like stalk and live vicariously through you guys on Instagram for those moments. Outside of wedding, what else you got going on next year, Jess?
I'm seeing Taylor Swift 3 times in Europe.
Yeah, I feel like we can't gloss over that. So you and me and a couple of other women are going in Paris in May. When else are you going?
I'm going in London in June with my mom and my 2 sisters. And then I'm going to Milan in July with another couple of girlfriends from the wedding space. So yeah, it's a very Taylor summer next year.
It's a very cruel summer, but like
it's not going to be cruel at all. It's going to be cool, and I love it. I'm an OG Swiftie. I grew up outside of Nashville, so I was listening to her back in like the early country days. So
yeah, I mean, when I started getting into her, I was like, oh my God, I know I can speak to Jess about this like immediately. And that's super fun. It's been really fun this year, especially as she's like kicked off the tour. We've talked about the business side of it a couple of times. So this is kind of how I want to wrap this. We've talked about the business side of it and how cool it's been to kind of watch like this special interest of ours also interlope with like this other thing that we love, like SEO and affiliate and like marketing and all of that. What is like one of your big standout moments that she's accomplished this summer as far as kind of like her mastermind marketing brain?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I think it's been so interesting recently with her new relationship with Travis Kelce. We're freaking out over the numbers of like the increase in jersey sales of his jersey after she attended that first Chiefs game. I think that is wild. And like also, there are basically affiliate marketers, content creators who are probably making a full-time living off of promoting the clothes that she's wearing out on the street, right? Like there's a great account called Taylor Swift Styled, which I follow religiously. Not that I can afford any of the stuff, but it's fascinating. And she's been documenting Taylor's outfits for years. And it's just so cool to see. And she's using affiliate partnerships to generate revenue from sharing Taylor Swift's outfits.
Like she's using affiliate links for friends of ours too, which is really fun. So she's actually the last couple of Chiefs gear that she has been promoting. She's been using Fanatics links because she was previously using a sub network, and the team, was like, "Hey, this is a better relationship," which is another thing that, again, relationships like that all matters. But yeah, it's been really fun to kind of watch these worlds of ours kind of intersect and interlope. Dustin asked if you are speaking at any events next year.
Ooh, well, I don't have anything officially booked yet, but I'm hoping to submit for Wedding MBA. It's probably too late for ASW, huh?
probably. But I
Yeah.
know that they just opened submissions for Think Tank.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll do that. It would be beautifully full circle to come back after a decade and speak at the event that introduced me to affiliate marketing.
Maybe we should talk about it, Jess.
We should. That's a great idea.
Stay tuned, share sale. Or A1.
Although it might conflict with my multiple Taylor Swift shows over the summer. If
It's like right before Paris. So we could go from Chicago to Paris.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Taylor is a living case study of affiliate marketing. So true. She's a mastermind, truly.
Oh, Dustin says that Storito does not have an affiliate program. Dustin, it's SaaS. It's all you, babe. Go for it. Well, Jess, I'm going to call it for the day. I am so glad that we got to do this. Thank you so much. You're amazing and wonderful. How can people get a hold of you?
Get a hold of me. So you can visit thebudgetsavvybride.com. If you want to email me directly, I'm Jessica@thebudgetsavvybride.com. We're on all the social platforms, Instagram, YouTube, starting to get started with TikTok, X, Twitter, whatever they're calling it these days. We're in all the places. And of course our podcast, which is coming back in January. So yeah.
And if anybody out there has somebody in their life who's getting engaged this holiday season, since engagement season is right around the corner, don't forget to pick up a copy of the Budget Savvy Planner, Wedding Planner.
Yes, the Budget Savvy Wedding Planner and Organizer. It is a mouthful, and the subtitle is even longer. I don't even remember what the subtitle is. It's so long.
It's available on Amazon and at your Barnes and Noble. So go pick it up and make sure Jabez gets some of those book royalties. Just say thank you so much for joining me today.
It was a pleasure.
Yay. And have a wonderful weekend. Thanks everybody for the questions. It's been a pleasure.